We begin tonight with breaking news. Idaho's ban on gay marriage has been shot down by a federal judge. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We begin with this potentially historic news.
Here it is, the ruling right here from a federal judge right here in Idaho. 4 same-sex couples challenged the constitutionality of Idaho's marriage laws. Under the challenged laws, same-sex couples cannot marry or in Idaho have their existing legal marriages recognized by the state if they got married out of state. Judge Candy Dale concluded that the challenged laws violate the rights of Idaho's gay and lesbian citizens under the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution. Judge Dale issued a permanent injunction against the enforcement, meaning of any Idaho law that prohibits same-sex marriage. So unless a higher court stays that injunction, this will now take effect at 9 a.m. on Friday. Today's ruling has not stopped Governor Idaho from trying to keep the ban in effect.
Governor Otter filed a contingent motion to stay pending appeal, asking that if Dale does overturn the ban, the state will appeal it to the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals. Governor Otter wants the judge to uphold the law, saying same-sex marriage hurts children.
Obviously, this just coming in the last 10 minutes or so. Idaho on your side will bring you the very latest, both online and right here, as soon as we know the next steps. In related news tonight, though, the state of Idaho today being called discriminatory. Tonight, a national think tank out of UCLA Law says lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders lack protections in our state.
The new report released today has members of Add the 4 Words hoping for change. On your sides, Chris Oswald is live with what the report is saying. Chris?
Good evening, Donna Michelle. It is estimated that 32,000 people in the state of Idaho identify as LGBT. I just talked to one of the Add the 4 Words spokespersons, Ty Carson, about this ruling from the federal judge. She says that this news is great news from the state and is ecstatic. She says that this ruling could actually help the state move against what is being called discriminatory. Now, of those 32,000 people who identify themselves as LGBT in the state, 21,000 of them could be discriminated against, according to this new survey out of the Williams Institute, because there is no state law protecting them. In their report, the authors say an additional 75% of Idahoans lack protection in housing based on sexual orientation or gender identity. The report says adding protections based on sexual orientation or gender identity would result in 10 additional discrimination complaints being filed each year. Those complaints would cost the state an estimated $22,000 a year. Adding protections for LGBT in Idaho has been a hot topic over the last decade. For the last 10 legislative sessions, including the most recent, members of Add the 4 Words have been fighting to have the words sexual orientation and gender identity added to the state's human rights campaign. It's a fight that the Add the 4 Words says continues to fall on deaf ears. For Ty Carson, who I just mentioned, who is same-sex and a mother, the issue is bigger than just protections in housing and employment.
I own a home. I live in a community. I don't understand why that's not normal. And when people look at me and judge me and have this violent reaction to me, it's toxic, and I don't understand it.
Now, while there are no statewide protections, there are 7 communities, including Boise, that do have local ordinances that prohibit discrimination in housing and employment against LGBT. But the report says they don't provide all the protections a state ordinance would. Now, I did reach out to Governor Otter's office in regards to this report. I was told that they would be getting back to me. I have yet to hear back from them. I also reached out to candidate Russ Fletcher's campaign, and I was told that they would not be releasing a statement until Governor Otter's campaign. Now, as you can see, we are live here at the Ada County Courthouse, where many people of same sex will be coming down here on Friday morning to get their marriage license after this judge issued her ruling today. I also talked with one lesbian couple who says they're going to be first in line on Friday to get that license. We're going to head over there to talk to them about how ecstatic they are about this ruling. We're also reaching out to Governor Otter again. We have not heard back, as I said, from his campaign. We're going to bring you the latest coming up tonight at 9 on Fox 9 on your side, and again at today's 6 on Channel 6. For now, we're live at the Ada County Courthouse. Chris Oswald, today's 6 on your side.
All right, we are just getting word in right at this moment that there is a release from Governor Otter. It says this, I'm reading to you, just given to me on the desk. In 2006, the people of Idaho exercised their fundamental right, reaffirming that marriage is the union of a man and a woman. This coming from Governor Otter himself. It continues. Today's decision, while disappointing, is a small setback in a long-term battle that will end at the U.S. Supreme Court. I am firmly committed to upholding the will of the people and defending the Constitution. Once again, this statement just coming into the On Your Side newsroom for Governor Otter's office. What we do know at this point that we can tell you is that under what was ruled today by the federal court ruling in Idaho, that unless the stay of injunction is issued, marriages for gay marriage will go through, as Chris said, starting at 9 a.m. on Friday morning.